Hello, huge movie fanatic Nate, stopping on by. Taking a break from my winter break for some really kind of, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but for us Friday the 13th fans, this is really kind of cool news, and for me in particular, this is really great news because in my opinion, there hasn't been any Friday the 13th released on Blu-ray in North America that has actually sported any kind of decent artwork, to say nothing about the original poster artwork. So this news is very, very, very exciting to this particular Friday the 13th fan. Friday the 13th, 1980 being among one of my favorite films. Friday the 13th franchise is my favorite franchise of all time. I adore the original movie from 1980. And I'm very excited to come, take a break, as I said, from my winter break to come at you with this news about a what are they calling it? A 40th anniversary limited edition steelbook release of Friday the 13th, 1980. This title is said to be coming on May 5th of this year, 2020, which of course is just a few days away from the May 9th, 1980 release date of the original film 40 years ago. So, because things come out on Tuesday, unfortunately, they can't release they probably still really could release the Blu-ray on May 9th, but at any rate, at this point anyway, this title is said to be coming out on May 5th of this year. I'm definitely going to be picking this up. The funny thing is, I'm not a huge steelbook fan, but to actually have an official Blu-ray release of the original film with finally the original poster art, and I think I've talked about it in my review of the movie whenever I did my review of the movie. I think it was a couple of years ago now, where I regard the original poster art for Friday the 13th, 1980 as being just like one of the time best posters for a movie, period. I just absolutely love it. So to be able to and actually I kind of like the fact that it's a steelbook. If it had just been a normal release, I think the steelbook fact of this release actually makes it all the more cooler. Obviously, from what I can see in this picture of the disc in the front and the back of the steelbook, it looks like I see an R on there. So unless something changes or this isn't accurate, we are looking at the actual disc to be included in this release as being the original theatrical R version, which is kind of, it doesn't really matter because I've got I think 2 Blu-rays now of the uncut version, so it doesn't really matter if it's rated R. It kind of, as I was saying, I don't think I finished my sentence. It kind of makes sense because that's how it came out in theaters or whatever. And if this release is, more or less celebrating the 40th anniversary of its release in theaters, it only makes sense to release the R-rated version. But that pretty much does it for this video. My intention wasn't to return until March to resume reviews, but this news is just, being a huge Friday the 13th fan and a huge fan of the original film, this news I could not sit on, and I had to just make a video about it. Let you guys know, look at that cover. I did a video, I don't know if it was last year, about just the decline of Friday the 13th cover art, and it's just like, finally I saw this cover and I'm like, it is just, I gotta hand it to them. This is actually pretty cool. And the little thing about on the back, kill her, mommy, kill her. That little phrase being on the back of the steelbook is actually really cool too, and I'm actually kind of excited and interested to see what they're going to do. A lot of times what they're going to do on the inside of it. A lot of times they'll have the clear plastic on the inside, so they've got an opportunity for artwork in the inside, on the inside of the front and back of the case as well. So it'll be interesting to see what that is, if anything. But I guess that pretty much wraps it up. Feel free to let me know what you think of this release. Obviously, I don't expect it. It doesn't appear like it's going to have any additional features. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm not going to necessarily be watching the disc inside. It's mostly just buying it just to actually have an officially released Blu-ray with the actual original poster art is just so cool. And being a Friday the 13th fan, this is for me a no-brainer. So thank you very much for watching this video. And as I said, taking a winter break. My plan to return to resume my normal season of you know, doing reviews throughout the year in March. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I guess we'll see you guys in March.